Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie from the blog Girl Gone Green, and I am so excited to share with you guys today a video all about 5 things you can do for free to detox your home. Yes, you don't have to spend any money. So let's dive in. Okay, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe below, hit that big red button. It really helps Google and YouTube to know that people want to see this information, and it helps to bump up my channel so that way more people learn about environmental toxins, what's in our makeup products, beauty products, clean eating, and all of that. So it really is super important if you do subscribe. So make sure you hit that red button below, and then right next door, hit the bell notification so you'll be the first to know when I have a brand new video up. I have so many more good videos coming your way. I'm super excited. Also, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, Girl Gone Green Babes, head on over and join. There are 2,700 of us in there, and we are just learning from each other all the time. You can ask questions, get feedback, all that good stuff. And then if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm at Girl Gone Green, and I really just share with you guys all the real when it comes to living out a natural lifestyle, whether that's the food I'm eating, what I'm putting on my skin, how I'm doing things different in my home when it comes to detoxing and all of that. So you'll get the real on Instagram there. So be sure to check those out. I'll leave links below in the comments. Okay, I think a lot of times people think when detoxing your home or when you're talking about it or living a natural lifestyle that it's going to cost so much money. You know, they think about all these new gadgets coming out or the newest biohacking tool, and it can seem overwhelming because the price just goes up, right? Dollar signs. They start seeing money go away out of their hand, when really in reality that's, you know, of course, like anything else, you can spend a ton of money on things, but you don't have to. You can actually do so many things for free that you don't have to spend any money on, and actually they'll make a huge difference in detoxing your life and in your home. So I wanted to talk about the home specifically because I just moved into a brand new house almost a month ago now, and these are just some tips that I've practiced for a long time, and I actually have a whole download for you guys where I share my top 10 ways to detox your home for free. I'm only sharing 5 of them today with you, but if you want the other 5, you can definitely download them. I'll leave a link below for the free download. But today we're going to be talking about 5 of the big offenders and things you can do for free to really detox your home and live out a more natural lifestyle. So the number 1 way is to open a window. Now this might sound so like elementary and like, okay, woohoo, I'm gonna open a window, but it really can make such a huge difference. The US Environmental Protection Agency, which is the EPA, they have listed that indoor air quality is actually more polluted than outdoor air quality. Isn't that crazy? And you might be thinking, well, how is our indoor air quality that polluted? And really what it comes down to is it's polluted because of, you know, furniture you bring in is constantly off-gassing. It has VOCs in it from paint, from clothing we bring in, from cleaners, building products. Anytime you cook, it's releasing fumes, your stove, beauty products in general. There's just so many off-gassing and chemicals. It's hard to use the word chemicals because there's good chemicals too, but you guys understand what I'm saying when I use the word chemicals here. I'm meaning bad chemicals or things that are off-gassing that we're breathing in that are not good for us. And so one way we can help eliminate these is to just open a window and let the fresh air in, let the bad air out. So it just basically is like airing out your house in a way. You know, if you think about a room, if it's just constantly like, you know, not aired out, you don't open a window, you just leave the door closed, it's going to get stuffy, kind of stagnant. Whereas if you constantly have like that window open and air flowing, it's going to feel a lot more kind of less stagnant. You know, there's going to be fresher air in there. It's going to feel a little less stuffy overall. So highly recommend this. What I do a lot of times is I will just open my windows first thing in the morning. And then when it starts to get warmer out, if I'm in the summer months or spring months, I will close them in the afternoon. And then I kind of will even open them at night too, sometimes when we sleep, just to kind of let that free, fresh air come in. So highly recommend you do this. It is one thing you can do that really makes a big difference, and it's free. Okay, the next one, number 2, is don't use anything with synthetic fragrance, or don't bring anything with synthetic fragrance in your home. Now you might be thinking, oh yeah, like I don't have synthetic fragrance, but it's so tricky these days. Things and companies in general are constantly adding synthetic fragrance to products. They're even in like garbage bags now. You can get scented garbage bags or scented crayons for your kids. Isn't that crazy? Your art supplies are scented. So anything that has a label that says fragrance on it or perfume, and it doesn't say like, essential oils after it, you want to be really leery of that, and you want to just put it back and not use it, because you know that that product probably has synthetic fragrance in it. And the thing is with synthetic fragrance is no one is regulating that. No one. I did a whole blog post on fragrance and how the FDA does not regulate this. I'll leave a link below for it. It's a pretty big business that no one's really paying attention to. And so we have to regulate it ourselves. So anytime you do see that word fragrance or perfume on a product, I mean, whether it's an air freshener or a candle, or like I said, garbage bags even have it now, makeup products, lotions, any sort of product that you're bringing into your home and that's releasing that fragrance or perfume is going to really just make the air dirty. You're going to be breathing that in. There's a host of issues that can happen just from breathing in synthetic fragrance, because in that word alone, we know that there can be up to 700 different volatile chemicals, because like I said, no one's regulating that. So in that word, it's just kind of like one of those things. A company can just put the fragrance word on a label and not have to list anything else. Isn't that crazy? But there could be, phthalates in that fragrance label. There could be so many other ingredients that are super harmful to our health that we're breathing in and exposed to when we allow fragrance in our home. So what I say is always check the label. Make sure, if it does have fragrance, it says fragrance plus, it's just essential oils or made naturally with essential oils. If it doesn't say that, I would just put it back, because chances are it's probably synthetic. You want to look out for even cleaning supplies. Cleaning supplies have a lot of fragrance in them, or laundry products. They're a huge heavy hitter when it comes to fragrance. So really getting fragrance out can be a huge, huge win, because you're going to be like taking your exposure from a lot of these volatile chemicals down to like a 0 by just eliminating that in your home. Okay, number 3 is take your shoes off before entering your house. Yes, this one is my favorite, and definitely a pet peeve if people come to my house and they don't remove their shoes, because there are so many germs, bacteria, pesticides, even fecal matter. Yes, studies have shown that there's fecal matter on your shoes. And then if you're walking throughout your house after you have had fecal matter on your shoes, that's also getting into your, bathroom, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. I mean, isn't that just disgusting when we think about it in those terms? But usually people don't think about that. They're just, mindlessly, they go to the store, they go to the bathroom when they're out, and then they come home and they're still wearing their shoes, and they're not thinking about all the things that they picked up along the way, right? So I just encourage you, right when you get home, just take off your shoes, let your home be like a sanctuary, a safe place where, you can just know that you can be on the floor, your children can crawl on the floor and play on the floor and not pick up some weird bacteria or, fecal matter because we haven't removed the shoes or, when we walk in. So highly encourage you, just remove your shoes. It's something so simple. Have a little bin like right by your door, or even like right before you get in your house. And then it'll be so much easier just to, put your shoes right in there and not even have to think about it. Okay, number 4 is stop fertilizing your lawns. This one is so huge. I don't know about you, but I am still seeing so much Roundup in so many places. It being advertised, we get ads, to our house with it on there. And I don't know about you, but that is one of the biggest like heavy hitters when it comes to toxins in general. And it's so easy to spread to everyone. It doesn't really just affect you if you're using Roundup, because the thing is if you're using Roundup or fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers on your lawn, it's getting into waterways, into streams, into lakes, into the soil. It's spreading to your neighbor's yard. It's just impossible not to, get it in the air. So people are breathing it in. There have been so many studies too that show that even kids who have lived next door to, places that are farmlands and they're, getting constantly like sprayed, or if they live next door to yards that are constantly getting sprayed, that they're breathing those chemicals in, and they can be super detrimental and harmful to their health. So what I encourage people to do is to really make the switch from using synthetic fertilizers, Roundup, anything like that, and choose natural alternatives like alfalfa or cornmeal is another one you can do. You can even make your own tea, like brew your own tea and actually use that too for your yard. There's so many options. I encourage you can just even Google like natural lawn fertilizers, organic lawn fertilizers. There's so many good ones that you can use instead of Roundup or, using some sort of synthetic fertilizer. It's gonna be so much better for your health, for your neighbor's health, for our whole ecosystem as a whole. Our soil is so damaged from years of using all of these toxic products on the soil, and we really need to protect our soil and protect our, waterways and all of our systems from getting, constantly affected by these fertilizers. Because the thing is even those fertilizers, like I said, they go into your waterway or your water systems, and then you end up drinking them. That's why water filter is so important now, because we really need to make sure we are, filtering out all of those pesticides and all of that. So bottom line, just stop with the fertilizers. I know you want your grass green, but there's other ways to do it, and switch to an organic one. We personally use a lawn care system that doesn't use pesticides. It's completely natural, uses things like molasses that are natural to help your lawn. And they do lawn care. They also do like pest control, and it's delivered right to your door. And what's really cool is you can test your soil, and they do a lot of different tests so that they know exactly like what region you're in, what would be best for your soil, what would be best for your lawn, and all of that. So you can read the reviews. They're pretty amazing. Highly encourage you guys to check them out. This is by no means sponsored or anything. It's just product that we've simply bought and looked at. So hopefully that will help if you're looking for a organic solution to fertilizers. Okay, number 5 is to shop the Clean 15 from EWG. EWG stands for Environmental Working Group. They are an organization that every year puts out the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. And these lists are so awesome because basically what it does is they run studies, they research out, and they find for that year what are the most common, heavily sprayed produce out there that you want to make sure you are buying organic, because otherwise you're going to get a load of pesticides with each serving. Or they also have a list that is the Clean 15, which is basically the top 15 cleanest foods that you can buy that don't have to be organic. So I encourage you to get both. You can actually download the app on your phone. I believe it's Clean 15, or just type in EWG and it will pop up. And basically just download that list. It will tell you, for 2021, what are the most clean produce. For example, I know avocados are one of them. They have a thicker peel and they're not necessarily as heavily sprayed as other produce. And the residue they found on them is like minute as far as pesticides. So you can just know that like, okay, this is one way I can save a little money. I can buy, a conventional avocado, but then maybe over here, strawberries aren't, a produce, a fruit that I want to make sure I buy organic, because they are one of the worst offenders when it comes to pesticides residue. They constantly are finding heavy loads of pesticides on strawberries. So I'm going to buy those organic. So it really is such a great list to be able to help you navigate like the produce section in the store and to save money, knowing like where to splurge and where to save kind of when it comes to overall produce. So I highly encourage you, download the app. I will leave below like directions on exactly what the name is for you guys, so that way you can look it up. But such a great way, an easy way just to save some money, but also know that you're going to be getting like the least amount of pesticide residue that you're consuming. Okay, I hope these tips were super helpful for you. Make sure and download the rest of my Detox Your Home for Free steps. I have 5 more tips in the download. It's a completely free download. I will leave a link here below in the comments. You guys can download that for free and get the rest of the tips. If you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next week with another great video. Bye guys.